What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of BWT. Today we got a special episode. I'm here with my guy Fast Camp Tony to give you a little crossover on the R2L network. How you doing, Tony?
Pretty good. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. I can't complain. So, if you guys don't recognize Tony, he is from the show on the Refuse to Lose network in the red corner. Glad to have him stop by here on BWT. He the way that this episode came about was we were talking about fights in the MLB, and he said that he would want to be on the show, and here we are. So give the people just a little background info about yourself.
Yeah, man. So, Tony, I, went through the little amateurs in my boxing days. Then at a certain point, I decided I wanted to become like one of the youngest trainers out there. So I've been training for the last 20 years or so. Also within training, I do a little conditioning. I'm actually a boxing conditioning specialist. That's what my fighters and fighters that I train, that's what we're known for out of my camp. And also, I'm a boxing strategist as well. So too, I've been put the hat on as, host and analysis guy, for boxing too, kind of sort of in these, later years or whatever, just expanding my boxing portfolio. But at the core of it, I am a boxing trainer, and I definitely know my boxing.
That's good, man. That's good. So yeah, I saw you guys had a big time interview with pro trainer the other day.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys for that. That was great. You guys doing pretty good over there in the red corner. You, Ty, and Ricky. Definitely one of the shows that get a lot of views, man. You guys killed it with that. What's that Japanese guy?
In a way.
Yeah, you guys killed that video. That video did numbers, man. That was great to see.
Right.
Who is your favorite MLB team?
All right, so I played baseball growing up. So I quickly left that. I was back in the day when we were like playing all the sports, like we just in the recs every time or whatever. So I'm reaching back here, so don't get me for this or whatever, because I don't know too much about baseball, but I'm that 89 1990s Oakland A's. I love Ricky Henderson. I love I know they were juicers, but Jose Canseco and Mark McGwire. I love that team, man. Like that was like I remember I think it was 90, they was going against it was the Reds. It should have been the Reds, right? I remember that series, or what I remember where I was watching it just as a kid in the prime of my little baseball stuff. So I love them Oakland A's, man. That was like the last team that I really truly rooted for. That's if I was to have to pick a team, that was going to be my team.
Okay. So now, in 2024, they are one of the worst teams in baseball. They're actually moving out to Vegas. They actually got they got voted on to go to Vegas. So now they're going to be called the Las Vegas A's.
Las Vegas A's. Wow.
Yeah.
They Oakland getting snatched up apparently by what I'm saying, every way. So
yeah,
that's good for them.
Yeah, that team, Ricky Henderson, he brought flair to the game. One of the first dudes to start pimping home runs. That little thing that he did after he hit the home runs, one of the most electrifying base stealers in the game. Nobody will ever break his base stealing record. He was the king. He was one of my mom's favorite baseball players. So I definitely see why it would be your favorite team. So if regular fights happened in MLB like they did in hockey, do you think that more people would watch?
Anything so I seem to catch more fights than I do actual games. And this is one thing that I do know is that the crowd is always in awe of it. The crowd is always hyped for it. It's definitely something that I think they should allow. Get it off your chest, especially you got a 100 mile an hour fastball at you. Let them get that fade. The now issue coming from a boxing perspective, but also too, like you said, from the NHL perspective, I think they should let them get the fade off though, and not break it up so much, or also to involve the brawl, the whole fight. Like let that pitcher get that fade off for like they do in the NHL.
Mm-hmm.
Get up, go for about a minute or so. You're gonna throw a basically death at a at a person's head. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get him, let him get his lick back. So I should. I mean the brawl too, because that's always exciting and it's good for the crowd. And if you have more of that, obviously, you're going to get a lot of people. So I think they could add a component to where, all right, what I'm saying, kind of sort of like the Ramirez Anderson fight. It almost seemed like the ref or the umpire, whichever one it was, kind of said, all right, whatever, go ahead, get it. It seemed that way or whatever. So I think that, they should let them, square up and, get a few licks in and do something uninterrupted at first, before they break into it and jump into it. Because I think it'll just add a little more flavor. It's going to add other people to really look into it. Because like the Ramirez Anderson fight again, it caught my eye. It was like, oh wow, because I got some analytics for that fight, man. Like so when we get onto it, I got some good analytics for that fight, and it really caught my eye, in several ways. And I just think that it would bring a different level, maybe some more casual fan. Every sport has casual fans, a little more casual fans, and then just a lot more excitement to it. So I think they, should let them fight. Definitely.
Yeah, just like Tomo said, Anderson should have ducked. Yeah. I feel like they should definitely let that pitcher and hitter get into it for a little bit, because you always see it's either like the hitter goes out there and then the catcher usually is the first guy to hold him back, or you got that first or third baseman sprinting from their positions and coming to tackle somebody. I remember Nigel Morgan. He got a pitch thrown behind him one time. He was on the Nationals and he was playing against the Marlins. He ran out to the mound and he just got leveled by the first baseman. He didn't even make it to the pitcher, right? He was a guy that was he was out there. He was crazy. He was always ready to throw down. But I feel like if that was a rule, then these pitchers wouldn't be throwing that 100-mile-per-hour pitch up and in on a hitter as often as they do. I feel like they do it because they know that they have those guys to protect them. And then you got the guys coming in from the bullpens. You got the guys coming in from the dugout. And when those people come in, that's when the fans start going crazy. All right. You see popping over. Like one funny moment was when David Robertson was running in one of the Yankees brawls a couple years ago. He just looks like he looked like Captain Jack Sparrow when he was running in the movie. So so which MLB star do you think would make a good boxer?
All right, I'm gonna give you two because I'm gonna stay current, but obviously you know who I'm talking. Then I'm also give like that throwback to really when I was out in. I'm going to go. This is what I'll say. Jose Ramirez did something very excellent, and it shows that he knows boxing, not just knowing how to fight. He knows boxing a little. So if he's doing some boxing on his spare time, that's what's up. What he did was, popularized by a fighter out of Philly, Danny Garcia. It's called a no-look hook. For one, he was fighting in the right stance where Tim Anderson really wasn't fighting in the right stance. Tim Anderson was leading with his right hand, showing his right hand, and had no leverage on it. So he was in the wrong stance. A lot of people do that when they get their strong hand closest to you because they're worried about speed and actually connect. Whereas that Ramirez was actually standing right. And so what he did was, like I said, Danny Garcia, known as the no-look hook, but really what we call it in the gym is punching with them. So, Ramirez did was he ate, like it really wasn't much or whatever, because out of that stance that Anderson had, it really wasn't much on him because he was standing wrong.
Oh man. That's Tim Anderson. He came in and said, "You talking about me, man?"
Oh, we there?
That was Tim Anderson. He said, "Nah, you can't be talking about my fighting style, man."
Yeah, yeah. But and so what he did was he let him in, he draws that body in, and after you throw one and then two, and he right there in your reach, he shot it. So I'm going with Ramirez for, my current guy. And then I just feel like there ain't a better athlete in baseball all time. And I could be wrong, but because he did both football and baseball, Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was a monster physically. And if Bo Jackson, had to throw them hams, I'm betting on Bo. So I just feel like he had the gravity, he had the legs for it, he had the arms for it. I wouldn't want to face Bo, in the ring or whatever. So I'm gonna go with Bo Jackson too for my old school.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 2 as well. I'm gonna have to go right now. He's not really big. He's not really big time now, but Rougned Odor, right?
Okay.
There was a big fight between the Rangers and the Blue Jays, where Jose Bautista came in. He slid late. Rougned Odor didn't like it. They pushed each other, and then he hit him with a mean hook to the face. Glasses came off, helmet came off. It was crazy. So definitely look that up later.
Yeah.
And for old school, probably Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
Barry Bonds. He was definitely a dude that people didn't want to mess with just because of how big he was. And yeah, he was, but his hands were quick.
Yeah.
He was getting to 99-mile-per-hour fastballs more than anybody else in the game, and that was back in the day when that wasn't regular like it is now. Now everybody throws 100, but and he had some quick hands. So I would have to go with Barry Bonds.
Right. Yeah. Nice.
Dave said, "What do you know about Bo?"
Hey, we all knew about Bo, man. Like we had no choice. Right? What I'm saying? They shoved that Bo down, our throat like they did Jordan.
And for the last question, what is your favorite MLB fight?
Like I said, like I see a lot. Hey man, they took the Triple Crown for me. But what I see a lot, like I said, I see a lot of that group, that gang brawl, and that just come from a boxing standpoint. Like we one-on-ones. We like that. We like those one-on-one fades or whatever, and we think the jumping and all that stuff is like out of there. So like I said, like I never seen, and I obviously I'm not digging enough, for it or whatever, but I just never seen the umpire or ref or whatever it is step back like they did with that fight, and just say it just seemed like he said, all right, whatever, go. Like it was the first time, so it was like it was really awesome. Like I remember when that fight actually happened, and I'm just like, man, this is actually pretty dope. So I'm gonna have to go with that Ramirez Tim Anderson fight, man. Like that fight is something. I mean, unfortunately, it was It's one-sided like Bud Crawford and Errol Spence, but it was a sight to see see him go down like he went down and just clean. It was a clean shot. It was the cleanest shot. Like I think every boxer out there would give him high praise for what he did. But like I said, it's not only that he connected, but that he waited. He took 2 shots to land that one. And that's something that he took that head, took 2 shots to land one, and that's something that has to be learned. He learned that, or he saw it on YouTube, and he decided to apply that stuff because he ain't just do that. He knows a little bit about boxing for doing it. Even if he self-taught himself that from YouTube, he knew that was a tactic.
Yeah, definitely. That's up there for me. I would have to go Amir Garrett when that video that I shared in the group chat.
Yeah.
When his coach came out, and it looked like he just said, "Coach, I'm gonna go after him," and the coach said, "All right." So he went off the mound, stepped towards the Pirates dugout, and just started fighting the entire team by himself.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the team came in, and that was crazy. That was NL Central, bro. Those teams don't like each other at all. And it can't be a fighting episode if you don't mention, especially me being a Yankee fan, one of the Yankees Red Sox fights.
Right.
You got a couple to choose from. You got when Pedro threw down Don Zimmer, and then you got Veritek versus A-Rod, and the Yankees came out on the losing side of both of those, but they were always fun to watch. Those big time rivalries, so it made the game fun to watch, and definitely I want to see more of it, but we said earlier, in a controlled manner.
Now, do you think they will allow more? Do you think that, like I say, if we even go with just like the NHL model, is that something that you can see them more, or they really don't want that?
I don't think they really want it because I don't think they want to have the youth be like, "Oh, it's okay to fight," type thing. But because there's some brawls that happen. I've been a part of a couple in college, so it definitely happens in the amateur game. Just for unwritten rules, like my guy, one of my teammates, he was running down the first base line, and he was tagged by the pitcher, and he threw his glove down, and then the pitcher didn't like it, so they started fighting, and then we all hopped out of the dugout and started going at it. There was one that I was a part of that I actually started. It was actually funny. So I was playing shortstop. The kid slid in a second, and it was a close play. So I tagged him, and I tagged him pretty aggressively just because he was talking the whole game. And then he got up. He didn't like it. He pushed me. I pushed him back, and then his mom starts running onto the field.
Wow.
Like some summer league thing, and like, oh man, I'll never forget that. But yeah, that was pretty funny. I mean, I'm a coach myself, and I mean, you got to defend yourself at any cost. So if it comes down to that, and I see that you are doing something to protect your team or to protect yourself, then I'm okay with it. But I definitely don't want my players going out trying to start something like that, because that can be ejection from a tournament, ejection from the season, and then maybe like a long-term suspension. Definitely don't want to lose guys in those type of situations.
Yeah. So it's funny. We did our interview. I forget the guy that did the interview or whatever. He asked a question. He said, the whole Refuse to Lose network, who do you think, besides yourself, he said, who do you think, would be I think he said a good fighter or knockout puncher. And I remember when I had first met Joe or whatever, he was saying like when he met you, he was like Teddy big, you know, so that's a tall dude or whatever. So I'm like, so I picked you, not even knowing you, not even seeing. I was like, man, like I picked you and Bibby. You know, I picked Bibby because he in the boxing chat because he loved Tank. So anybody who loved Tank, anybody who likes power fighters, you know, they going for the knockout. It's just a natural thing. If a person say Mike Tyson's my favorite fighter, they try and take your head off. And the same for Tank, and it just is what it is. But I picked you as well because like big guy, but you also have a athletic history, you know, in the back. So just, you know, keep that in mind. I gave you a shout out on that. Go back and check it out or whatever. I definitely would like I said, I definitely pick you to, you know, be athletic and also big to, you know, get that one punch knockout.
Yeah. So Talmo came up with a question. Who would be a knockout artist? Are you saying in the MLB?
Yeah. I would think so. So that's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna just like, hey, look, you got to name Big Poppy. You know what I'm saying? Like you're probably gonna knock somebody out. Now I know he did get a little touched up in the what was that in the DR or something and got stabbed or did he get shot or something like that? But yeah, I think a big guy like that, you know what I'm saying? I would think that he would give some dudes some sleepers.
Oh, okay. So Talmo says that it was a question that was asked. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But yeah, Big Pop, and he's I don't know if you ever seen it, him going crazy on the phone in the dugout. That dude's got some anger issues, I'll tell you that. But if there was one guy, I would probably choose Aaron Judge, 6'7", 260, coming at you.
And that's heavyweights. The heavyweights looking around that right now. Yeah,
for sure. Ties. Shout out to BWT Teddy and in the red corner Tony, aka Fast Camp. Appreciate you for tuning in, Ty.
Shout out to Ty and Ricky too.
Yep. Ty's one of the co-hosts on In the Red Corner. Make sure you guys are subscribing to all the shows in the network. In the Red Corner, RBO Vaughn, Dave's Doghouse, King's Talk. You got CTC, Carl Talking College, FFC, Fantasy Football with Coach Coons, and of course, the main show, Refuse to Lose. But yeah, that's all we got for you guys today. You got any last words?
Yeah, man. Like, I hope we can come back for some more every time that, you know, I guess the spring popping up soon, and you know, we'll you know, just like all sports, I think when they first start, that's when people get a little testy and things like that or whatever. So we can get some more fights, we can get some more analytics to these boxing fights. Or hopefully, the Boxing with Teddy baseball show will see a lot more of me and in the red corner, you know, maybe Ty, Ricky as well. But definitely I think we can, you know what I'm saying, cross over and, you know what I'm saying, even back and forth, even on our show, you know, having you on our show as well to analyze these boxing and crossover matches where, you know, where it's like it's baseball, but they fighting. You know what I'm saying? So we can do a lot because like I said, man, that one fight, the Ramirez Tim Anderson, there was a lot going on there. Like if you got Teddy Atlas or somebody in there analyzing that blow by blow, they would have a lot to say because Ramirez did his thing with that. So I just look forward to, you know what I'm saying, the network helping each other out and going back and forth. That's one more notch for in the red corner with the crossovers. But yeah, we you know, we here to help each other, pull each other up, and you know, Teddy doing his thing, standing alone doing his thing, and you know, owning the baseball field is wide open. So yeah, man, I'm here to help, and we definitely will you know, collaborate and do our thing again.
Yeah, man. I just want to say thank you for coming on, man. It was great doing this. Definitely, if there's any fights, definitely want to go on your show or you guys come on here and we can break it down. Probably do like a little video, like slowing it down, like punch by punch or something like that.
Good.
That would definitely be dope. But yeah, again, people, like this video, share this video, subscribe to the network, subscribe to all channels on the network, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Oh.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.